Look, I'd like to just move on to the next part of our program, and come to the crunch point with our apprentices, as we talked about yesterday. These guys have been going through some pain at the regional level, and now have come up over the last couple of days and have gone through some additional set of pain in getting them outside their comfort zone and what they do. I just, from the feedback I've had from the judges and also from the members in general, you guys have done yourself proud. Congratulations to you. When I get a member who is fairly demanding on his apprentices say to me he would be quite happy to employ any one of you guys, I think that's a pretty credit to you all, so congratulations to you for that. Just first off, I'd just like to make a couple of thanks on this, and particularly to the judges who have worked tirelessly over the last 2 days. Nick Jones, who's our president out of Wellington, Jared Cossey, who is the general manager of Acorn ITM here in Hamilton, which is great. Andrew McGeady, who's our president in Otago, and also Peter Taylor from Winston Wallboards. And then also another thank you to the main sponsors of the finals. Anyway, the headline sponsors of the finals, which has been the ASD Trust, and for the first time we've had the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment prepared to step up and support our young people, which is great. So what I'll do first off, I'd just like to welcome the guys on stage one by one, and then I'd like to call Kevin Skeets, who's a trustee of the ASD Trust, to come forward and make the announcements and presentations. So without further ado, Greg Whitaker from CPIT. Greg. Joe Sparks from Unitec in North Harbour. Joe. Sean Madron from Unitec in Auckland. Sam Talbot from EIT in Hastings. Caleb Utinger from Bay of Plenty, Polytech. No pressure, he did some work on my house. Marcus Hand from Welltech. Josh Gardner from NMIT. Craig Chatterton from Northtech. And last but not least, Marty Hull from UCOL in Mineral 2. So I'd like to call Ken Skeets forward to make the announcement.
Thanks, Grant, and good afternoon, everybody. To me, I've been a trustee from day one with the Apprenticeship Scholarship Trust, and I've been very, very humbled to maintain an involvement in this challenge. I think it's a fantastic opportunity seeing young people like this, young talent. It certainly bodes well for the future of our industry, doesn't it? I have to acknowledge the employers who put themselves out to invest in their own people. To me, that's a big challenge for small, medium enterprises, is to find the fortitude to commit to developing their own people. And these young people here exemplify that, the rewards for those commitments. So thank you very much to the employers. The Trust was formed with two primary objectives. One was to support apprentices who are suffering hardship, and the other part was to support excellence in the carpentry trade. This challenge is very much associated, of course, with the latter part of it, to enhance, support excellence in our industry. The funds that I know many of you have created, worked on very hard, has been very, very much appreciated, and I know and I can assure you that those funds have been well spent in recent years, and particularly the last 2 years we've put a big effort in the Trust to ensure an investment has been into excellence has been balanced by the needs as far as supporting those apprentices suffering hardship. And it's been good to see that your funds are being well spent. So my sincere thanks. I know how much effort many of you put into raising those funds, and I imagine as the industry starts to pick up, as it is right now, that the time that you commit to raising those funds is more difficult, but we certainly as the Trust appreciate those efforts. It is these young people here and all of those people that we have supported through scholarships suffering hardship. I know that they send us words of sincere thanks, particularly those who have young families that would otherwise drop out of our industry. It's really, really heartening to see that the effort you put in is being rewarded by the retention of such wonderful people in our industry. I'd also like to thank, as part of this exercise, all of the work that's gone on around the various work challenges at the Polytechs. I know how much effort that goes into that. It is a huge amount involving you as members, as well as staff from the Polytechs, and of course employees with having to release their apprentices to take on this challenge. Again, it's my belief that those efforts have been well rewarded by the look of the talent that we've got up here. Today's primary award, the first award winner, really is to acknowledge Ken Reid, who really, for those who knew Ken, was a legacy in his own right. I think it's a fitting legacy that we have this challenge, and really it's only a small legacy because those of you who knew him like I do, his memory lingers on, doesn't it? He was such a huge influence on our industry in his own quiet way, and very, very sad to see his passing, but I think this sort of reflects his attitudes to the industry and his continued investment of his time and energies and effort to support growth and excellence in our industry. So I think it's a fitting legacy that this award sits before us today. So without further ado, I do want to also acknowledge the Trust itself, as well as MB for their support of this event, and also Winston Wallboards, who I work for, as well as ITM and our colleagues, who was the other one, at DeWalt Tools for providing tools to and gifts for the award winners today. So, without further ado, as I said, I don't want to drag it on, but I'm going to anyway, so guys, you just have to get used to the tension. The reality is that these young folk have put themselves out on a pedestal, and for those of you who have had to come up and do public speaking, it's never an easy thing. Maybe Clayton over here, it might be easier for him with a bit of experience as politicians, but for me it's not, and I know for young guys like these over here, this is all part of them going out of their comfort zone. And I know that they will go away wherever they finish today. I know that they will go out of here with a bit of personal growth on them. That they will be more comfortable in their own skin and feel more comfortable to go out of their comfort zones for having gone through this whole experience. So for that, I acknowledge you and also your employers for giving them that opportunity. At the end of the day, if we don't continue to learn to go outside our comfort zones, I don't think New Zealand will continue to be the great country that we have. So without further ado, I'd like to start off by announcing the third place getter, and the prize for the third place getter is an ITM set of vouchers to the value of $2,000. So thanks very much to the guys at ITM, to Paul and co, and to Gordon, I suppose, he's not here. So without further ado, I'd like to announce that the third place getter is Kaylin Uting. Now, it's my privilege also to announce the second place getter, and here the prize is courtesy of DeWalt Tools. Thanks very much, DeWalt, to the value of $3,500. Now, that would go down pretty well, wouldn't it? So the second prize goes to Marcus Hand. Now, drum roll for the first place getter, for the winner of this fantastic challenge, sponsored by ITaB, which is, and the part of this is a further stage of personal growth opportunity. We support the winner to go to Outward Bound. And I have to say, we had a lovely letter from last year's winner who's just gone through that course, and he couldn't express it so well in terms of this being an even bigger step than the actual challenge itself in personal growth, for which he was very, very thankful. So the winner of the Outward Bound in first place is, and of course our Ken Reid Memorial Trophy, is Joe Sparks.
Thank you very much. First up, thanks to all the sponsors, ASD, Ministry of Business, ITM and DeWalt, ITaB, showing me the way. I would like to say on behalf of all of us that this conference has been absolutely awesome, opening our eyes to a whole different side of building that you never see on the site. So I'd like to thank everyone that took part in organising this. It's been really cool. And finally, thanks to Certified Builders, because without you guys, none of us would be here. What you've done to make a conference like this, to support us, has been really, really outstanding. So thank you very much.
What we'd like to do now, I know the apprentices would like to just make a quick token of thanks to the judges. I told you guys, I want to go and pick up a bottle of wine, so perhaps Nick Jones, would you get stand up, Nick? What do you guys want to grab one of these and go and give Nick a kiss? The next one is Jared Cossey from ITM. Jared, are you still with us? Jared, are you still with us? No, he's obviously smashed to the course. He's gone back to work. Paul Taylor says he's gone back to work, so he's trying to sell some timber, which is great. Andrew McGeady. Andrew? Yep.
I'll get it to you, mate.
And last but not least, of course, is Peter Taylor from Winston Wallboards. Pete's at the back. So, I just want to just finally just say thanks. You'll see out on the various stands we've got out there the huge sponsorship support across many suppliers. This guy's going to go home with a bag of loot, and I hope they tell all their mates that they should be along with this challenge for next year. So a huge thanks to you all. So yeah, that's the end of it. Thanks very much, guys. Well done. Thank you.